we are going to make some big fat chewy chocolate chip cookies. So they're very similar to those ones that you can get, I think, at Costco or any bakery. They're really big chocolate chip cookies that are chewy. So we're going to start with 1.5 cups of butter, and you're going to melt that. If you don't have all butter, you can use partial butter and margarine, because 1.5 cups is quite a bit if you don't have that on hand. And we're going to cream this together with our sugars. So I have 1 cup of white sugar and 2 cups of brown sugar. More brown sugar helps make the cookies chewier. So we're just going to get these things mixed together here. The margarine's melted, so I don't think we have to really cream it for very long. We just want to get those ones melted or mixed up. And then we're going to add in our eggs. So part of the one thing that helps make this chewy is we're going to use 2 whole eggs, but also 2 egg yolks. So make sure you take away 2 of the egg whites. And those extra egg yolks help make the cookie chewier. So we're just going to get those ones mixed in. And then we're going to mix in some vanilla extract. We're just going to put in 2 teaspoons. We can just keep this all mixing at once. And I have half a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking soda. And I'm going to put in 2 cups of chocolate chips. And then we're also going to add in 4 cups of flour. I'm using dark brown sugar instead of yellow sugar, so my cookies might look a little bit darker than yours if you have only yellow sugar. That's okay. And I'm going to get the flour mixed in. It's all going to come together. With the melted margarine, it should be a softer dough. I'm just going to double check that I'm going all the way to the bottom there. So it's a much stickier dough because of the melted margarine, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to get my cookie sheets out and get the mixer out of the way, and we're going to scoop these up. All right, so I'm scooping up my cookies. I'm using my 2-inch cookie scoop instead of normally I use 1 5/8. This is double the size for volume. So you're basically getting 2 cookies in one. And looks like I'm getting 34 cookies out of this. So we're going to bake these in a lower temperature oven, 325 instead of 350. The lower temperature hopefully will also help with making them chewier. And I'm going to flatten them slightly just because they're quite big balls. So I'm just going to flatten a little bit before I put them in the oven. And we're going to get these in, and I'll show you what they look like at the 15-minute mark. All right, this is 15 minutes. I am going to give them some more time, so I'll let you know how long I keep them in. All right, I kept them in for 20 minutes. They were a little bit puffed up, and I pulled them out, and they already are flattening down a little, which is good because you want them to be very chewy. So these ones are baked, and they're starting to get a little bit darker around the edges, but barely. So 20 minutes should be about perfect. And I have the recipe there. Give these ones a try. So big fat chewy, what is it? Big fat chewy chocolate chip cookies.